What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Yap. It's your boy BookitwithTrent checking in with you. I hope you guys had a great Halloween weekend. I had myself a pretty solid weekend. I was the gingerbread man from Shrek. Me and a bunch of friends. We're all Shrek characters, and I was the gingerbread man, and I was blacked out, and I was cash and prize picks entries. It was a hell of a time. I promised on Friday to the surgical stream, if I cashed my Friday four-man for $10,000, I was going to do a 24-hour stream. And for some reason, good shit always happens when I promise that 24-hour stream, because I fucking hate doing it. And of course, the four-man smacks. So sometime soon, I will be doing a 24-hour stream. But I was so fucking hyped, guys, because I needed a four-man to come home so badly. And thank God for Brandon Ingram, De'Aaron Fox, Shea Gilgeous-Alexander, and Gene T. I don't know how the fuck Gene T did his job, but 30 fantasy points for the last fucking leg. And Boise State was reinventing ways to score in this game that did not involve Gene T. I mean, the quarterback had like 4 passing touchdowns. The defense had like 2 pick sixes all in the first half, while Gene T had 0 touchdowns. And I'm like, God damn it, dude. I knew 30 fantasy points is way too tall of a task. And sure enough, comes out of the second half. For some reason, they're keeping him in. And he scores 2 touchdowns, rushes for 150. And the whole difference, the reason why it cashed, was fucking 2 receptions for 30 yards to go over his fantasy. And Shea Gill just splooging for a 30 ball to tuck me in while I was out at the bars with my boys was scenes. 4 big booms on the boom meter for that 4-man on Halloween. So bricked. Little weekend recap on my shit wagers. I had 2 fat parlays both lose on the last fucking leg, or close to the last leg. Texas A&M on Saturday against South Carolina for the last leg of my Nukenheimer Bozo pack. That was a shit game. Absolute shit game. That was a frustrating game to watch as a Texas A&M last leg of the parlay holder, because they couldn't make a fucking tackle to save their lives. South Carolina, they just looked like the better team the entire game, dude. And Texas A&M was 10 in the country. South Carolina unranked. I have learned something new betting on college football. An SEC team playing at home on Saturday night, never fade them. Never fade them. There's just no point. Those fans have waited all day at the tailgates to fucking sweat this game out. And I just feel like the home field advantage there, especially in the SEC, I don't want to be on the other side of that shit anymore. And you could tell all game long, Texas A&M was just never in sync. And South Carolina was just, they just couldn't get stops. They literally could not stop them from getting first downs. And every time they had the ball, dude, sack. Very similar, exact same game to the fucking Bears and Cardinals. Last leg of the Surge 6, man. Let's talk about that shit on Sunday. This Bears team, bro. I was so bought in on this Bears wagon. You guys know I put them in the Surge 6 like 5 times this year. And they were all short lines, and I would have them be, my short team in the Surge 6 to juice those odds up a bit. And I was so confident fading Kyler on double XP weekend. Call of Duty just came out, man. He was not locked. I didn't know the Bears were historically so ratchet on the road. Was that a known fact that the Bears are just historic? Just a head coach historically?
0-18 on Sundays on the road.
Yeah, I saw that graphic pop up. 0-18 on Sundays on the road for the fucking Bears. Why is that not something I know going in before the game, dude? I mean, 0-18, he's never won on a Sunday? They literally play the NFL on Sundays. This dude has not won on a Sunday. Make that make sense. Bears sold the surgical. Colts could have tucked me in real nice. But the Bears, dude, sorry, we got a fucking emergency behind me. It always seems to happen when I'm out here yapping. But, Jesus, we have... I'm going to wait for a sec here. Can't even hear myself think. Thinking about the rat piss Bears, dude. How do you let up DeMarcado get a 90-yard touchdown or some shit? It's 9 seconds left in the half. I mean, like, that's inside the organization type of problem. That's not something on the field, dude. It just felt like there's so much going on with this franchise that's just beyond what's going on the field. So many decisions in that game yesterday just could have went so much differently. And the fact that they left Caleb Williams in there to get beat the fuck up on those last meaningless 2 drives, not that I wanted him to come out. I was sweating out Bears money line, but I don't know. It just felt like a horribly coached game. And it's tough because this Bears team had so much potential and was actually a wagon, a respected coin all year. But then the last 2 weeks, dude, to do what they did last week with the Hail Mary, then to come back this week and look like fucking dog shit, there's something more going on, man. I hope they figure it out, but I'm officially hopping off the Bears wagon, dude, because that was a pretty pitiful and disgusting effort, just like Texas A&M this past weekend. So tough beats there, man. If we would have had those 2 wins, I would be up another 12 racks. But it's okay. New week and new opportunities for some coin. Since we're talking about football, I got to go into the Goat Whale update. You know, I'm going to talk about it. $100,000 on the line for the NFL Goat Whale. We look insane right now. I'm going to talk about Jared Goff last. I'm going to glaze everybody else, though. Shout out Bijan Robinson, man. I've been chirping him all year long. Fantasy owners have not been very thrilled with his production this year. But I got to say, the last 4 weeks of this season, he's been so consistent, and he's gotten 100-plus rush receiving yards in 4 straight games. And I'm proud of him because I know he's kind of going through some shit mentally to start the year off. Started to look like he was losing his job to Algier. But finally, within the last 3 weeks, dude, he's really started to submit himself as a top running back in the league like we all thought and knew he should be. So Bijan is on pace for 1,800 yards. The line's 15. If y'all remember a couple months ago, I mean, he was projected so much less than that. So I got to give my flowers to Bijan for just getting back on track and leading the Falcons to another win as they go to 6-3. But Bijan, you're goated, man. Keep it up. Keep grinding. Saquon is just on a different planet right now. Him and Derrick Henry are definitely the top 2 running backs in the league without a question. His line, 1,000 rush yards, 2 more games, and he's getting that. I think he's at like 850 right now. He can maybe even get it next game with another monster game. But that dude is X Games mode on the field right now, doing reverse hurdles and shit. I mean, what is going on with him, bro? I thought he was kind of on the decline of his career, but it looks like he's still in his fucking prime. That line was incredibly disrespectful. Whoever made that line should be shot. Should be shot. 1,000 yards for the season for Saquon. He's almost there, dude. So let's go. Josh Allen threw his 2nd interception of the year last night or yesterday. Wasn't even his fucking fault. And if you had Bills -6, that cost you a spread because they were about to score. He threw a pick in the red zone that wasn't even his fault. It hit off Keon Coleman's shoulder pad and bounced off him. But Josh Allen, proving the doubters wrong. I wish I took him to win the MVP. I fucking called it before the season started. I was telling Mikey Over this shit's a max. And he's telling me, nah, man, Rodgers. And look at fucking Josh Allen. He's now the favorite to win the MVP at plus 350. That shit was plus like 2,000 before the season started. So W's to Josh Allen. No Jamar Chase touchdown, and the Bengals score 41 points. How the fuck does that happen, man? Good thing we are way overpaced for him, or else I'd be bitching way more about that. 41 points, Joe Burrow, 5 passing touchdowns, and not 1 to Jamar, and he gets stuffed at the 1-yard line. I fucking bet. Thankfully, we only need 2 more touchdowns in like 7 weeks, so surely that's going to turn green. Now we talk about fucking Jared Goff. It is so frustrating. This is not what I capped for when I took Jared Goff. They're too good. And, like, that's crazy to have that type of problem, being too good to not throw enough passing yards. But the Lions' defense continues to fuck me over because they keep getting turnovers, and they'll be on the other side of the field on, like, the other team's 30-yard line getting ready to score, and now Goff is only going to get, like, maybe half of those passing yards and touchdown. And then Goff ends with like 150. It's happened back-to-back weeks. Last week, 85 yards. This week, 150-something. At least it was more than 85, but fuck, dude. I did not expect the Packers to look so moose shit yesterday. going into this week, I knew Goff was going to have a shit game because the weather. It was a monsoon. I don't know why I took his fucking pass attempts in that 4-man that I crafted for Sunday. Last leg of that shit sold. Really bad by me there. But fuck, dude. Thankfully, we knew that it was going to be a shit game for Goff this past week. The weather, it was like one of his first games not playing in a dome. But thankfully, there's only one more game outdoors for the rest of the year. We need to get back on fucking track. And somebody needs to come play the Lions and give them a run for their money because they're just blowing teams out. Like Indiana in college football right now. You can just lay them spread no matter what the fucking number is. They're going to win by 80, dude. And the Lions keep doing the same thing. I was really expecting the Packers and Jordan Love to actually put up a fight, but they just fucking didn't. They didn't. And Goff hasn't had to do shit for weeks. For literal weeks. Gibbs is on X Games mode. Montgomery's out there running like fucking Adrian Peterson. There's too many weapons on this team for the Lions. And it's very unfortunate. But thankfully, ESPN has Jared Goff projected at 3,950 yards, which is 50 less than the number we need. Somehow, I don't know how he's still projected that much. But, I mean, we're not dead. We're not dead. He could throw for 500 and get us right the fuck back on pace. That's asking for a lot. But whatever, man. Whatever. We're at the table, and that's all I could ask for. That's all I could ask for. Moving on to some college basketball starting today, chat. I don't have much to say about it because I don't know jack shit about college basketball. If there was ever a sport for me to just tail other people and hope it fucking hits, it's literally college basketball. I don't know shit. I don't know any of the teams or players. So don't expect me to try and get sharp on CBB, except when there's an unranked favorite at home against a ranked team. Every single time you can expect me to nuke that unranked favorite at home. That's the only fucking system I follow, and it usually goes well. So that is my 2 cents about college basketball. I know there's a lot of valid people on Twitter that I definitely will plan on tailing this year, as well as the surgical stream too. There's a lot of sharp surgeons on there. But college basketball's back. I know you guys fucking love that shit. I'm excited to bet on it, but don't expect shit out of me because I don't know anything. So GG's. What else did I want to talk about? Thursday night football plays, and then I have a futures Mega Max that I want to tell you guys about that I'm fucking nuking because it's hitting. Thursday night football, Chiefs and Buccaneers. Listen, I've learned one thing with the Chiefs in the 4 or 5 years I've been gambling. A spread 8.5 or higher, the Chiefs just find a way to never cover. They don't. There's no chance I think the Bucs actually are going to fuck around and win this game. I'm not trying to get cute and say that, but I'm going to try and get cute and try to be right on this primetime spread. For those who are not aware, I am literally 11-1 in my last 12 primetime picks. For the last 4 weeks, I've lost one primetime pick. I don't know what's gotten into me, dude, but after the Colts covered last night, I was like, I swear I haven't lost on primetime in what feels like a month. And I had to go back and look. And I remember my last loss. It was the 49ers-Seahawks game. I had the Seahawks to cover, and Gino looked like absolute rat piss. That was the last loss I had. And then also the Chargers-Cardinals on that weird doubleheader night. But I was like, dude, I need to just go look at my record. 11-1, that's fucking cracked out. And I'm going with a dog tonight. Give me the fucking Bucs plus 9.5 to cover and keep it within 10. It just always happens. I'd love to know the record, the Chiefs against the spread when the spread is above 8.5, because I feel like it's not great in the Mahomes era. But the Chiefs are just not even really that fucking good, even though they're 7-0. They keep squeaking by all these rat-pissed teams, and we know the regression is at some point got to come. It has to fucking come. I don't think the Bucs are winning. I don't think the Bucs are better by any means. Fuck, they lost Godwin and Mike Evans, dude. They're literally chalked. But nobody's waking up today and taking the Bucs with confidence. And that's why they're going to find a way to fucking cover tonight and keep it within 10. Give me the Bucs plus 9.5 and first touchdown. I couldn't get myself to take a Buccaneer. I had to talk some sense into myself. So I'm going with a wild pick here. And I know it's going to piss Chelly off as soon as he hears it if he's listening to this. Give me Samaje P. Ryan, first touchdown, plus 2,500. This is insane value for a guy who has gotten the ball in the red zone before to score the first touchdown at some point this season. I literally remember it. Plus 2,500 for a backup running back. I know I've been taking backup running backs all year and I'm yet to fucking hit one, but I swear it's coming tonight. I feel it. It's coming. Give me some Samaje fucking P. Ryan. First touchdown. And hopefully if that loses, it's because a Buccaneer scored first. But that's probably not going to be the case. Give me some Samaje fucking P. Ryan on some cheeser end zone shit for the first touchdown. Let's fucking go. All right, my crazy future in the NBA and NFL. I'm nuking it, boys, and I'm really mad because I checked the odds on it this morning, and it went down significantly. I probably missed out on like $18,000 on this fucking future, but it's okay because I might put some more on it. I might put a little bit more on it. I haven't locked it in yet. When I get to Vegas later this month, I'm going to be placing 1,000, if not 2,000 on it. The Lions to win the fucking Super Bowl, parlayed with the Oklahoma City Thunder to win the finals, plus 3,200. Just a couple days ago, it was plus 4,500, and it's dropped damn near 1,000 points, or whatever you call those. I fucking love this two-piece, man. Let me talk about OKC for a sec. I don't think there's a single franchise in the NBA right now that could step onto the court and beat the Oklahoma City Thunder on any given night. This team is so deep. Sure, they've been in a couple close calls in the first half with some of these teams. Bring in the second unit, it's a fucking blowout. Our second unit, it could be a starting rotation on some of these fucking teams, dude. It's insane. This team is so deep, and everybody that's a starter is a fucking star, dude. SGA, superstar. Chet Holmgren, literally becoming a top 3 center in the league. He's insane. He's playing out of his fucking mind. Jalen Williams might be the best third option, if even his third option, second option in the entire NBA right now. That dude is so young and such a stud. And I mean, I just can't even imagine this team 5 years down the line, how good they're gonna fucking be. But it's crazy because how good they are right now. You got young guys like Casey Wallace showing up, Caruso D'ing the fuck up, playing insane. Isaiah Joe splooging from 3, Lou Dort literally locking up any one option on the other team. It's just like the most complete team in the NBA. I know the Boston Celtics are probably going to make their way to the finals again, but I mean, this OKC team, dude, by the time the second half comes around, late in the third quarter, they've been up by 20 points every single game. They're 6-0 and have covered every spread except one on some fluke-ass bullshit by the Spurs to not cover 12.5. But every other game they've won by double digits. It wasn't even fucking close. Every game. And I don't know when they're going to lose their first game. I'm kind of waiting to see it happen. But nobody's giving them a run for their money yet. And I need to see it happen. And I really think that this is their year. Give me the fucking Thunder to win the whole thing, dude. And the Lions, same goes for them. Most complete team in the NFL. Their defense is great. Their running game is insane. Jared Goff's playing elite quarterback ball. And they've got an insane receiving core. I don't know how you stop the Lions. Obviously, the Chiefs are inevitable. But fuck the Chiefs, dude. I know they're 7-0, but you can just smell the regression coming. I know it's Mahomes. I know he's probably going to be plus chicken in the fucking Super Bowl again. But yeah, if that's the case, I'm fucking fading. And I hope it's because the Lions are fucking there. But Lions and OKC, that's the most Bookit-with-Trent 2-leg futures parlay you could ever imagine. It's only missing the Dodgers. If I could just have the Dodgers in there and place this 4 months ago, I'd be fucking Jeff Bezos. But Lions and OKC, I'm either going to text a buddy of mine that has a legal book to place it or wait till I get to Vegas and nuke it. But I don't know if you could parlay futures in Vegas, but that's smacking. And I can't wait to see it happen, and it's going to be my fattest futures bet I've ever smacked, which should have been the Astros, but they fucking suck. But that's all I've got today for the Yap reports. Let's have a hell of a week and make some units, man. Christmas is coming. Thanksgiving's around the corner. We got Christmas presents to fucking pay for. Black Friday's coming up. You got to get those deals. So let's stuff the pockets with some coin and go up on Prize Picks and the book and keep our bookie out of Aruba, man. He doesn't deserve that shit. Appreciate you guys tuning in. Let's have a hell of a week. Much love, GG's, and we'll be fucking seeing. Peace.